Hey guys, this is Melissa Morris from To Insanity and Back, or CoachMMorris.com, and today I want to talk a little bit about challenge groups. And I know if you guys are anything like me, you see the value in this as an extreme business builder. So what I want to talk about today is how to make your challenge groups a little bit easier. You know, we all get the outlines from Beachbody in the back office, but I like to create my own and make it a little bit easier for myself. Usually I bulk upload on Hootsuite so that I can get all my posts scheduled in a matter of minutes. This way you are not going to be able to bulk upload, but you will not have to upload photos over and over. So this will simplify some things. So let's get started, and if any of you are like me, you like to have your groups already designed out, laid out. I like to create outlines for my coaches. Usually I don't include photos. More recently, I've started including photos with the download link for the photo, but this is going to change it a little bit. So this is one of what my normal outlines would look like. This is going to be our demo to show you guys how this works. So what I do when I start my challenge group is I usually, using just Word, I will insert a table and I will make it the size of however many days I need. If I need it, usually I put a day, the post, and an image, so it's 3 by however many long the challenge is. This one, we're not even gonna add anything in right now because this is a whole nother video that I'm planning on designing your own Word documents and team files and exclusive content for your team. So we'll cover all the to-dos of that later. But normally this is what I would do, is I would just add in a table and put my content in. But for the sake of this tutorial, we are just going to cover how to make your life easier post by post. So this is a base post for, we'll just say I'm going to post it in my challenge group, and I'll actually post it for you here tonight in this video. I've already got the post laid out, so now all I need is an image. I don't like, especially for my challenge groups, I don't like to have to upload pictures over and over and save them on my hard drive. So I found that this is a way to kind of get around that and still be able to post a picture while using Hootsuite or live scheduling with a link. So here's my post, here's my picture. I want to add this picture into that exact post. So what I'm going to do is I just open this picture in Paint, which is a standard program on almost all computers, and I would just go to resize. I would click pixels and I would uncheck maintain aspect ratio. Now you're going to want your images for your posts to be 560 by 292. 560 by 292, and this will show up in your post. If your image doesn't look quite right, let me just save this right quick. So if your image looks a little skewed because of you changing the size on it, you can always open it in a program called GIMP, or you could use Photoshop or any other photo editing program you have on your computer. I love GIMP. I think it's the best free photo editing software on the internet. So if you don't have it, I would suggest downloading it and learning how to use it, because it is my go-to photo program. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to pictures and I'm going to open that picture. I saved it into challenge group posts, and you will notice in GIMP it just gives you a list of things. So you'll want to know what picture you want to open before you actually go in there. So I know my picture name. I can and will. It's asking me if I want to convert it. Yes, I'll convert it. Now I can just go to filters, enhance, and sharpen. Usually on most of my pictures, all I have to do is sharpen them just a little bit. And it increases this one. It actually didn't increase that much to make it worthwhile doing. But you see, most of the time when you sharpen a picture, it really, I do it on all my timeline pictures, and it really gives it a little more life when you add it to Facebook, because I don't know if any of you know, when you add a timeline, it blurs it a little bit. So if you over sharpen, it compensates. That's a little trick. But so we got this picture saved. So now what do we do with it? I'm just going to close this out, close this out, close this out, because we already have it the size that we need it. I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to go to PhotoBucket. PhotoBucket is a free image hosting site. I use it for all the sliders and the slider images on my blog. I use it for some of the graphics in the sidebar and some of the graphics in the footer. So it's definitely like a good site. I pay for this one. I do pay for the upgraded account because I have had so much traffic on my blog that it exceeds the bandwidth. So I believe it's $5 a month. You don't have to get the upgraded account until they tell you too many people have seen your photos. Once too many people have seen them, you can get the upgraded account, but I wouldn't worry about it until this point. So what I'm going to just do in PhotoBucket, or you could use any other image hosting website that gives you a direct link, and I'm going to upload that photo now. It's in pictures, under 21 day fixed posts, and right there is the original, and right here is the resized. So I'm going to go ahead and upload that. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to copy the direct link once it allows me to do so. Usually the first time that you click on any of these links in the box, it will automatically highlight it in yellow and say that it's copied to your clipboard. Mine is being a little slow right now. I think my webcam slows my computer down, so we'll just refresh this. See if that helps. It's not helping, which is kind of embarrassing because it figures the time that it doesn't work in a prompt fashion is the time that I'm doing the video. But what can I say? Oh well, the computer is a fickle creature. Let's see if it'll work now. Nope, I'm still clicking it and nothing. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish this up, and even though it's not working on this particular link, what I would normally do is I would copy this direct link to the image, and then I would go to Google URL shortener, goo.gl, and I would paste the link in here. But since it didn't copy anything, it's not going to paste anything. So I will show you one that I did yesterday. So this is one that I did for my challenge group. It shortened the URL given to me from PhotoBucket. So it's not that nasty, long, icky looking URL. You got something short and sweet and simple. And just a tip, I do this with all my product direct links. I have saved a complete list off of coachingcodes.com that are all designed, that I inputted all my information to, so they are all my custom direct links, and I have them all shortened with the Google URL shortener. It's an amazing tool. But what I would just do is I would copy this link from the shortened URL, and I would go back to my Word file and I paste it in here. So what I do is I create multiple layouts for my challenge groups. I have a 30-day outline, a 21-day outline, 10-day outline. I'm working on some 5-day outlines, but the point is I create all my outlines, and then I only have to upload the image once. I upload it to the image hosting site, I shorten the URL, and I put it on what I want to post for that day. So this is the post. So let's go ahead and this is where I said in my comments on my Facebook page this is as easy as copy and paste. You literally create the post once and then you copy it. You can delete that image off your hard drive. You already have it hosted. It's already there. You've shortened the URL. And now we can just let's go into one of my Facebook groups and I'll show you what a live posting looks like. Let's go to my private support group. Every once in a while, you'll notice that it does that. Go ahead and just refresh the page. I notice it does it to me on occasion when I'm live posting the link. It never does it when I manually schedule on Hootsuite, but we're going to go over that in just a second, so hold on tight, peeps. Okay, you'll see all I did is refresh the page. I pasted the same thing in there, and there's my image. I can go ahead and delete the link so that it's not as ugly. And then I can post it. So that post just went live with that image, and I didn't have to upload that image. So to me, that's a huge time saver that I didn't have to search for an image. I didn't have to locate it, and I didn't have to wait for Facebook to upload it. It was a link. Of course, like, it did mess up. I had to refresh the page, but that's cool. Like, I can deal with that. So now let's talk about how to use it with Hootsuite. Hootsuite, as much as I love it, is flawed. And I pay for the premium account, and I'm actually thinking about downgrading now that I learned this visual image tip, because the one huge drawback of scheduling your group posts with Hootsuite is if you do it with an image, the image usually ends up a thumbnail size. You'll notice, like in this group posting, this is not a thumbnail size. It is a link image size. That's why we had to change the picture to 560 by 292. If you have it any bigger than that, you run the risk of losing either text or image. So you want to make sure that these images are resized in order for them to work properly. Now, what I've noticed about Hootsuite is that you can manually schedule the post. So let's say I want to schedule that same exact post, even though I normally wouldn't do that, but I would just paste it in here. It would bring up the link, and I would just hit schedule. It's 8 o'clock, so I would go with, let's go with 8:05. Wait, I think it's got to be 10 minutes, so let's go with 8:20. And we're on the right day, so all I do is just hit schedule, which this is great. Like, if you can live post, awesome. If you need to schedule a week in advance, this is perfect for you. What I like to do is normally, like I said in the beginning, is I like to bulk upload all my posts, but I can't include images. I don't like the thumbnails, and I'm definitely probably a little OCD about my posting, and just the whole thumbnail thing, it doesn't appeal to me. I don't like it, so I exclude an image. This, I'm going to have to schedule my posts probably, I'll probably do it week by week. I usually like to schedule on Sundays, so I will take Sunday and I will schedule a week's worth of posts in my challenge groups. I think this is definitely beneficial because you don't have to reload the same image over and over or save it in a specific file or search for it. You can host it on a site like, oh, it copied it. You can host it on a site like Photobucket. Go over to Google URL shortener. Shorten the URL. It'll give you the URL right there, your images right there, and you can add it to these custom challenge group files that you have. I know each and every one of you has a list of questions that you ask, whether you're following the online office group program guides or you're creating your own. This is a great way to add images without having to physically upload them to your group. You can't bulk upload to Hootsuite, but you could very well upload a week, schedule a week's worth at once, or even your whole 21-day, 30-day, or 60-day challenge if you just took the time to sit down and schedule it. So this is a great way to do that. Still have images and still have it be what you want it to be. I hope you're as excited about this tip as I am. I am pumped about this because it's going to make my life a whole lot easier being able to keep the same pictures I love hosted in one spot and share them with a link rather than having to physically upload them. So I hope this helps. I hope you guys have an amazingly productive weekend. And remember, no matter what team you're on, we're all family. And I hope this helped. Okay guys, so this is just a clip in, but I just wanted to show you that this was my scheduled post. You can see it via Hootsuite right there. The image showed, and there is my original post that I posted live with you guys just a few minutes ago. And you can see that the Hootsuite, definitely the image shows every time. So if you manually schedule these posts with Hootsuite, you are golden.